right now, if I was to go to an Indo-Pak Arab masjid and I was to ask, who's the imam of your community? Who's the leader in your community? They would throw out names. I ain't got to say the names. We know these names. Nurman Ali Khan, Yasser Qadhi, Umar Suleiman. These are their leaders. And they respect them, regardless of how we feel about them. They respect them and they revere them. You come to the African American Muslim community, right? And you ask, who's your leaders? Who's your imam? Birds chirping. You don't hear nothing. And we have to ask ourselves, why is it like that? Why is it we are the only Islamic group in America that has no imam? Not that it has to be one imam over all of the people, but just why can't we lay out a few strong leaders in the Islamic community? Who? Imam Siraj Wahaj? Come on, man. I love Imam Siraj. I'm not taking anything away from him, but come on. That's it? Who else is a leader in the Islamic community for African American Muslims? Nothing. That's unacceptable. That's unacceptable. Because that means we are the only group of Muslims in America that we follow nobody. We follow nobody. There's no structure. We don't follow anybody. We don't respect. Even the people who graduated, who are on the level, even some of the people from amongst us who the scholars call scholars, we don't even accept them as scholars. Sheikh Tahir Wyatt. Many of the Mashaykh in Medina call him Sheikh Tahir Wyatt, and that is out of respect for him. And he comes back to his community, and we don't even see him as a scholar. He's not no sheikh. So who is he? He's just a student of knowledge. That's it. I mean, like, why are we the only group? And this is, for clarification purposes, I put a tweet out and I said, as long as we view scholarship through the eyes of people who don't look like us, we'll always be in the same state that we're in. That's not a nationalistic or racist comment. Basically, what I'm saying is that to us as African Americans, the only people that can be scholars are Arabs. Because when people who look like us reach a position of PhD or reach a position where, they've been around for a while and you can see their development and their growth and, their ability to go in and do research. They've written articles, they've written papers, they've written books. We can see the scholarship there. We still will not recognize them as a scholar. But someone from the Arab community who is of a lesser status, I ain't gonna name no names, but many of the people that people hold to be scholars in America, many of them haven't studied anywhere. But they're scholars. I ain't throwing nobody under the bus. I'm just saying, real talk. Some of these people haven't sat at the feet of a scholar not a year, 2 years, 3 years. Real scholarship. Let alone graduated from a prestigious university like the University of Medina with a PhD. And it feeds the old cliche that African Americans, we gotta work twice as hard as non-African Americans only to get half of the recognition that they get. Half of the recognition that they get. Many of the people they prop up, Abu Khadija, Allah knows best whether he has a bachelor's degree in anything aside from Islam. He has no degree in Islam. But yet he's held as this huge figure. And this is a man who has not sat a substantial amount of time at the feet of any scholar. But yet he's held in the eyes of the Salafi community as being this, this huge individual. When in fact, many of the scholars have told him a long time ago, stick to translating. Stick to translating. Sheikh Wasi-Allah Abbas told him, stick to translating. Salafi publications, that's good. You guys publish books, you translate books, excellent. Stick to that. You're not a student of knowledge. Don't venture out into the realm of being a student. That's not your place. This is a scholar who told him that. Now, if a scholar had said that to Shadeed Muhammad, you guys probably wouldn't even be sitting here listening to me. But a scholar can say that to somebody else that doesn't look like me and you, and will totally ignore it. You got to understand the psychology here that's at play. This stuff is not by haphazard. This is not coincidental. This is by grand design. And most of it is through our own hands. We solidify our own destruction by our own hands.